Welcome back to the channel, Little Flexers. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is JW Kriwall, aka FlexDaddy, and this is the best place to be to learn about the Pokemon TCG and have some fun along the way. Now, this is the absolute cheapest deck that you could afford. Well, I don't know, maybe it's like among the cheapest decks. Fan Favorite Friday is today, and the submission that got the most likes from last week is Dakota Feldkamp's submission. Blast from the Past do another rendition of building a deck with only commons and uncommons. Now, we made a video about this a long time ago, but of course we've had a rotation. We have some new cards in the format. And so this is a really fun challenge. Now, if you don't know about Fan Favorite Friday, every single week I take a deck as chosen by you, the fans. So if you go down below in the comment section, leave a comment with a deck idea or a deck list, the most liked comment will have their deck played for next week's video. So Dakota was the winner here this week and gave me a challenge. And I like these challenges. These are kind of fun, kind of flexes my deck building muscles. And as soon as I saw Vivillon, I knew that I had to play this card because it's, to be fair, there's not a lot to choose from with the common and uncommon selection that we have in the format right now. But Vivillon definitely is a step above because of the first attack. Miracle Powder, 1 grass energy, 50 damage. That's okay. That's fine. The investment is not so much, but the effect of the attack is where it's at. Flip a coin. If heads, choose a special condition. Your opponent's active is now affected by that special condition. So you're going to often see me choose paralysis in these games, but there might be a time that confusion makes sense. Maybe burn for a little extra damage. It just can vary, but Vivillon, very solid. Also has a nice second attack bug buzz for 110. Now, the other cool thing about the Vivillon line is that it can evolve immediately. So we have Scatterbug with the adaptive evolution. This Pokemon can evolve during your first turn or the turn you put it into play. Similarly, the Spewpa has the same ability. So you can go from no Vivillons in play, no Scatterbugs in play, to like all 4 of them at once. Now that would be extremely rare, but you know, send me a screenshot if you happen to get all 4 of them out. We're also playing the Kricketune, which is again an uncommon. Swelling Tune, your grass Pokemon in play except any Kricketune get plus 40 HP. That's kind of fun because our Vivillon, we want it to stay alive as long as possible, so it gets bumped up from 120 to 160 HP. Now, to draw a few extra cards, I've included a very thin 2/2 Kirlia line. Kirlia has the refinement ability. You can discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability, and if you do, you can draw 2 cards. We also have a secondary attacker in the form of Jynx. So my idea here is we can attack a couple of times with Vivillon, maybe paralyze them, you know, 1 or 2 times, put up some damage on the opponent, and then we just have Jynx to come in, Psychic Assault when they have a bunch of damage counters on them, take a prize, and then if the opponent knocks them out in return, Jynx has that Selfish Lips ability. They get knocked out by a V, my opponent doesn't take a prize. So kind of a fun little card. I just really couldn't find a better secondary attacker to pair with the Vivillon. And once I saw this Jynx, it's also kind of good for just stalling in the early game, to be completely honest with you. There's a few other cards in the deck that I want to highlight. The Defiance Band being, you know, primary among them. This is one of the best ways in the format to augment your damage. If you go behind on prizes, the attacks of your active Pokemon do 30 more damage. So this can be really good for boosting that Vivillon damage, for boosting that Jynx damage, to get you over the hump against some of these higher HP V and V-Star Pokemon. We got 3 double turbos. That's going to be the way that we attack with the Jynx. And of course, our basic grass energy. That's a 7 count. Supporters are really interesting. I do want to bring up, we're playing Bruno, and you're like, JW, why are you playing Bruno over a better supporter like Professor's Research? Well, Professor's Research is a rare, so you can't actually play that in this deck under the constraints of this Fan Favorite Friday submission. So we had to choose another supporter. I opted for Bruno because it can get you 7 cards. It's probably the best uncommon supporter outside of Iono, which we're also playing has a 4 of. So that is the list, you guys. You are really going to enjoy these next couple of games with this crazy fan favorite Friday list. Once again, thank you to Dakota for suggesting it. If you guys have an idea, go drop it in the comment section below and let's get into the games. All right. Let's get into it. Happy Friday, everybody. Y'all hear the big news yesterday? Oh, no, thank you. No spicy. The big news yesterday, the Yokohama Open has been canceled. That is a pretty big deal. For those of you guys that are competitive Pokemon players, the Yokohama Open is I don't know, how would you describe it? The Yokohama Open is it's like a regional style tournament that runs alongside the World Championships. Okay, what happened? They got Squawk and yet did nothing. Okay. You know that you can't use Squawk. I mean, that's neither here nor there. Like, it is what it is. We'll go Scatterbug. I got a Spewpa. I think I need to go Ralts, considering we just do not have a draw supporter or whatever. And then we'll attach the Spewpa. Excuse me, the Scatterbug. Since we can evolve Spewpa on the turn that we play a Pokemon, we're going to be super happy if they Iono us out of this hand. So I don't feel like I need to play down the Spewpa. One of the worst Pokemon ever created, in my opinion, Spewpa. Or one of the most, maybe not one of the worst, but one of the most forgettable Pokemon ever created. So there's the Lug. What did they have in their hand? Did they think that they could use the Squawk? We're on the casual ladder. But anyway, canceled the Yokohama Open. That's a big deal for a lot of players. And oh, they still get an Archeops. No. And it's like one of the best ways to get CP before the season actually begins. It's crazy. I guess now on the bright side, they can call the Yokohama closed. But all right, they got like no more space for Pokemon. Are they gonna use their V-Star? I hope so, dude. Please. Please use your V-Star. What using the V-Star here does... Oh, and they dropped the Tyranitar, which is weak to grass. What using the V-Star here does... I mean, it means that they'll probably take the knockout, which is good because it pivots us away from the Jynx, but they're going to drop another Lugia, dude. Use your V-Star, bro. I'm begging. I'm on my knees, and I'm begging. Okay. And we get the Vivillon. Yes. It's a dream. Refine me. Grass Energy, clearly the worst card in our hand. We do get a double turbo, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, we can evolve and we can retreat. Yeah, let's go for it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Miracle Powder. I will take Paralysis if given the choice. Let's go. Bet you haven't seen this screen. Okay, so here's the thing. On a sleep, it could last for multiple turns, but I think we just go... We could also go Confusion. I think we just go Paralyzed, because they usually, and I mean they, Lugia decks usually don't have a way to pivot. So, we'll do that. And we'll see how we get on. They are going to flip. So they're going to get an evolution, a basic. What is the tails? Tails basic Pokemon. Very nice. Yeah, but sorry. So back to the Yokohama. I feel like I get sidetracked. The Yokohama Open, they've done an Open for the last 10-ish years. Oh, please drop the Luminion. Dude, do it. Do it. I just need their entire bench to be non-Archeops. Oh man. Do they know? Do they know? Oh, sheesh, dude. I guess they could counter their own stadium and get one out, but at this point, we don't even need to paralyze them anymore, I don't think. We could, like... I mean, I guess we should paralyze, but we could, like, confuse or burn. Maybe get a little extra damage. There's a single strike energy. If we could only play boss in this deck, I feel like we would have real shots at, like, gusting for like, you know, preventing retreat or whatever. Now I kind of want to commit the double turbo to the Jynx to be able to have an option here. Vivillon doesn't have a free retreat, which is sad. We have Super Rod, and we have 2 Super Rod, and we do have the you know, we can't evolve like the turn that we play our dudes, so we'll go there. I still defend that decision to the death. And let's Miracle Powder. And we get heads again. Dude, a 25% chance. I'm gonna go Paralysis. What do you get for the man who has everything? Hello, my beautiful wife has just entered the room. You gonna chill? Okay. Very good. I'm winning, by the way. Thank you. Oh, did you I made some bubble tea for us.
Did you know?
Well, did you see it?
No.
Oh, okay. I just heated up the bubbles and made some syrup.
That's what the black stuff was.
What black stuff?
The black stuff in the bowl.
Oh, yes. All right, refinement. We went to an Asian market the other day with our good friends, Mary and Jeff. And I guess I could Bruno. I think I'm going to save the Bruno. Let's go. Miracle Powder. This is like a really good hand. I mean, I want to have the Scatterbug for if this Vivillon goes down. I can't believe it. A 12.5% chance. We're at 150. I mean, we KO with the Jynx. So I think we just continue to paralyze. That way they can't retreat. We got to figure out what to do about this guy. We're like, we could attach 2 energy to the Vivillon and do 220 to it. But Nar. My Vivillon. The jet energy is pretty good. Oh, and the Iono. I love this. But we went to the Asian market. I found that they have the tapioca pearls. They have instant ones, so you can just put them in the microwave. So it makes it super easy. We used to like, or I used to like making bubble tea at home because it's like $5 for a whole thing of tapioca pearls, and tea is like essentially free. And you know, you just use like maple syrup or sugar or something around the house, make the syrup. So it's like pretty cheap as opposed to going out and paying $6.50. And now I discovered that they have instant bubbles. It's only doing 100. No! You son of a gun. Okay. I don't want to Iono, and I'd like to keep this energy actually in hand. So I'm going to Refinement. The Super Rod was a big L there. Okay. Let's commit an energy to this bench guy. This is the one where we would really like a heads. Really like a heads. Because I don't want them discarding my dudes. No. They're going to discard too many things. We just can't have them discard another Super Rod. That would be tragic. It might have been worth it there to Iono to try to get into the other Super Rod, but I don't know. I kind of like this hand as it lies. Maybe could have gotten the other Kirlia. Sure. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I wished I had Iono'd. But it only really matters if they discard the other Super Rod right here. Okay, thank goodness. All right, I think we're going to be just fine. So at this point, we have knockout on the active with the Vivillon. We also have knockout on active with the Jynx. No, the Jynx is only doing like 90 damage. Okay, so we save Jynx for the Lugia. Seems good. We do get a level ball, so that's going to be another fella. Iono seems fine to discard with refinement, because if I can keep the Kricketune, I would like to. Sure. Okay. And let's go here. Let's go here and here. We will get another Scatterbug. We do have a Spewpa. We do have the Vivillon. We do have the energy attachment to active. So everything's coming up. Roses. Take the Spewp. Evolve the Spewp. Evolve the Vivillon. Play the Iono. Man, if only we had room for Path. Ooh, and we get the Defiance Band. That doesn't actually help us. Okay, let's go here. I might discard a Defiance Band. Or do I discard the Bruno, Iono? They play out, or they should play off the board pretty well. Defiance Band just doesn't seem like it. Maybe it's the Bruno. I think it's actually the Bruno. At this point, we don't have very many cards left. And then it's a Bug Buzz. And we're looking for that last Super Rod. Very nice. Couple of big ones. Scatterbug, extremely good. And they have to decide. They're kind of destroying themselves with their own collapsed, but that's cool with me. We have a couple of Kirlia. I think on this next turn, I will Kirlia twice before playing a draw supporter. This will allow us to get a knockout with the Jynx. So we will potentially go down to 2 prizes. Defiance Band, again, of course, not going to work. But I feel fairly confident if we can get up... If we can be attacking with 2 Vivillon and a Jynx to like close out this game, I think we can do it. I think it's there. I think the route's there. We might have to get a little lucky on heads. We might have to get, you know, our opponent might have to get a little unlucky or just kind of play suboptimally like they have so far. But the route's all there. So they're going to Ultra Ball. We'll see what they grab. It's a Tyranitar. Please play it to the bench. Bench it, bench it, bench it, bench it. Okay, they're finally going to Summoning Star. All right, good move, good move. Good move. 1 Archeops, though, that's great for us. So they'll go grab like a double turbo or something. I was really hoping that this Vivillon would stay 1 more turn, but I get it. It's your time to go now, buddy. So this will do 160. This will do 140. So like 10 damage over. That's like just enough to get this knockout here. I predict that they're going to get rid of the collapsed. They probably should. Yeah, there's the collapsed. Saya Nara. we'll go here. And then it's another Bruno. We know that they have Tyranitar in hand. So I'm like, how worried am I of Tyranitar? Would I Iono here? Or not? We'll Refinement. Let's get rid of the Ultra Ball. We'll Refinement. Let's get rid of the Nest Ball. Play one of these down. And then we don't talk about them. Okay. Grass is good. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hold it here. We go Defiance Band. And then yeah, I'll Psychic Assault. How many energy do we have down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just like, we're hunting for the Super Rod, man. Oh yeah, that's a good point. They had the gift. Okay, so I'm glad we didn't play the Iono there. We're like really hunting for that Super Rod. I should have been checking through the deck to see if we still had it. But that Cragalanche was a big deal. I can't believe we might lose this. Because they got rid of both of our Super Rod. We like need the Super Rod to get another Spewpa. Or we have to get really lucky with our Vivillon flips. Because they probably don't play a ton of switch cards. It's probably like one switch, if that. Maybe a Thornton or something. It's very popular. So these are going to get discarded. Yeah, I was going to say the single strike energy don't actually get attached. That's great. That's great. Love that. Well, you know, it's not World's Caliber players here today, but can't say we didn't get a win. All right, here we go. Game number 2. I don't know how to feel. We have the Scatterbug and the Ralts. I think we kind of need that considering how bad our hand looks. We'll go double turbo on the active. We can't actually put on any pressure. But we can, well, yeah, we can retreat, or we could get a rope too. That's another thing. So I'll go ahead there. Obviously, the double turbo is going to cancel out the measly amount of damage that we can do with Jynx. But what I like so far is that they have Moltres. Yeah, okay. I was going to say everything is grass weak. This might be doable. This might be doable in a legit game. We're going to have to start fast. I would like to get Kricketune up. I honestly would like to see them take a knockout on the first turn. And then we can play Bruno and try to fill that hand. So like I'm rooting for my opponent here, which is a weird thing to say. There's the research. They got the Squawk. They're going to be looking for patches and yeah, just a truly a hot start here from my opponent. What I don't want to see is an escape rope. That would be the worst. We'll see if they opt for a Squawkabilly here. There's the energy attachment from hand. Very good. And cue the Squawk and Seize. Wow, that's a lot of supporters to get rid of. They got rid of 4 supporters and a Galarian Moltres. How about that? So, Dire Flame Wings, Dark Patch. Oh yeah, they can't. Yeah, I was like reading the text here. Yeah, they can't Dire Flame Wings twice. That'd be too broken. Get rid of the Squawk. No escape rope, please. I mean, I still want them to take a knockout. Like, don't get me wrong. Them taking a knockout here is like paramount to our success, I think. But I would prefer it to be on the Jynx, which doesn't give up a prize. So we'll see. Concealed cards, very good. That's fine. I feel like you concealed cards before you collapsed, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. And they pass. Shucks. Level Ball is great. So, what do we get? This is a weird one. We could go Ralts. Kirlia and then draw a little bit and save the Bruno, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be crazy with it. I'm gonna get rid of the Kricketune. We can maybe get it back with the Super Rod. And we get Iono. I think that's our preferred supporter, to be completely honest with you. Let's Iono. It gets us more cards, saves some Brunos for later in the game. And then the question becomes, would I attack? I think I would. I think I would attack here. Although it's our only bug. We could swing into the active is the other thought. If we swung into the active, they would have to find a way to retreat. Rope. I bet they think that we don't have it. Okay. Okay. That's fine. This is also good. Let's go here. Let's go here. They never see the Vivillon coming. And then we'll Miracle Powder for 100. That's insane. Heads, please. Heads. 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 I'm manifesting a heads. Eee! Let's go. And then we'll make them paralyzed. That way they can't retreat. On the next turn, we could take a knockout if we want to burn our opponent. So that's cool. We will definitely consider that. There's a choicer. If they rope us back, I'm like assuming they play rope. That's my assumption. They might not. I'm assuming they play rope. If they play rope, we go into the Jynx, no harm, no foul. If they play switch, that's a little dicier. They still need to get the V-Star, but I'm just assuming that they're going to get it. And there's an Iono, very good for us. Could have maybe played the Defiance Band, but I was actually eyeing that up with the Kirlia as a discard. Okay, to Spewpa, but we do have a Nest Ball, so we're going to at least be able to get one out. There's a Dark Patch. And they have a switch. Nar, 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 nar. Okay. Oh, only 50 damage. Okay, never mind. I like assumed that because they played the switch, they would have the V-Star. But yeah, again, no harm, no foul here. Let's go with a Scatterbug draw. We only have 2 Scatterbug in the deck. That is really annoying. We'll go here. We could take a knockout if we draw an energy. That's really interesting. I almost feel like I want to Ultra Ball here, but I think I'll just play my hand down. Let's do this. Kricketot could come down, but I did discard the Kricketune. I am hunting for an energy. This would be a big knockout on this Darkrai. So let's go for it. There it is. There's the Vivillon. We also get the Super Rod. I mean, this is looking so good for us. Let's go ahead and get rid of a Nest Ball. Great. I'm going to save the other Nest Ball because there's nothing really that we could get another Kirlia, but again, since we only have the 2 Vivillon, I want to be able to Super Rod and then get that Spewpa back out. Or the basic, whatever it's called. What is it called? Somebody tell me. Scatterbug. There we go. When you turn 30, your brain just doesn't work like it used to. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, missed the Spewpa. I mean, Scatterbug. There are 2 Scatterbugs hiding out there, man. They're elusive. Going with the Dark Patch on the damaged Moltres, which is certainly a choice. And the Darkrai getting powered up. I hope that they have the V-Star. There is, in fact, the Ultra Ball. So I'm not rooting really all that much for my opponent at this point, but I was on that first turn. There's the Darkrai. I think this might be the game that the Jynx pulls their weight. Because we could go in with Vivillon, or again, like hoping for a heads, but we could maybe like back-to-back Jynx, or at least Jynx while we try to build up some stuff on the bench. Like at this point, 2 of their attackers have some will have some significant damage. So yeah, we'll try it. And I feel like they don't have that many switch cards, right? So let's do this. Let's go. Double Turbo is cool, but we won't be able to commit it anywhere. Let's go Super Rod. And it's going to be the boys. The homies. And then we'll Nest Ball. And then we will also, of course, Level Ball. We could, okay, we could Jynx. Let's inspect the board. We could Nest Ball for the Jynx. Or we could get the, how many cards in my deck? 30 cards? Okay, we could get the Ralts with the Nest Ball. And then we have Level Ball as well to get this. We have 2 Level Ball, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll get the Ralts. We want to be able to churn through the deck. We'll get the double Level Ball, get ourselves back up to Spewpa territory. Scatterbug. Into the Spewp. And then the haters are going to be praying for a tails here. I am going to be hoping that we get heads. If we get heads, I'm feeling insane with it for sure. Let's refinement. I think the worst card in our hand is Bruno, considering we have another one and we have a lot of Iono left. Okay, great. We get the Kirlia. This is looking very nice. Well, Miracle Powder. And haters are rejoicing. Okay. Makes it a little tougher. Again, our prizes are like absolutely horrendous, and we've taken 2 prizes and we haven't found what we needed. So it's tough because we don't have boss. So what they could do, they could force us into like a Vivillon play if they retreat into the undamaged Moltres. They could force us into that. They have 5 cards left in deck. I don't know, man. This is kind of dicey for them too. They really need ways to get cards back. If they attack with this active Darkrai, I think that's the best case scenario for us. We could try to go for another Vivillon. But then we put all our chips in one basket on the Jynx. But I just don't think they'll have enough boss. They're down 2. They're down 3 boss. I just can't see this deck playing 4. So I think that makes our Jynx just a little bit of a better play. Now, granted, that gives them 2 turns to try to get out of this, but this is just a better attacker at this point. I think. While we could try to build up the Vivillon to take a one-shot on anything else that they have. That's my thought. What did they grab? Double Dark Patch, okay. What was their other thing that they grabbed? They grab a switch? They didn't. I think they grabbed Double Dark Patch. Huge. Okay, Dark Pulse, very good. All right, so we're gonna go Jynx with the understanding that they likely do not have another boss. Just, straight up, case closed, no boss. We'll go ahead here. I think the Bruno is just fine. Level Ball is burnable, but I might want to try to combo that with another Super Rod if we can find it. So let's just go ahead and refinement. Get rid of the Battle VIP Pass. Double Vivillon, fine. We'll go refinement. Battle VIP Pass. And then these, okay. Oh, that's so good. Okay. So it's Super Rod. And it's the squad again. This is our last Super Rod, so we got to be careful with energy going forward. But I think that's worth it. So we'll go ahead and get another scatter. And then we are kind of chilling. I mean, this is like a really solid position. I like that we have the Defiance Band. That could do some work for us. Maybe. If they do have like an escape rope or something. I almost don't want to Iono. I want to see them like play their hand down to the point that they... Yeah, great. Okay, like just keep playing cards, man. Just keep playing cards. They've discarded 1 Iono, 2 Iono. Like I'm imagining they play like 4 Research, 3 Boss, 2 Iono, maybe 2 Clara. I don't know. I haven't seen a Darkrai list in a long time. Escape Rope, fine. Okay, fine. This actually is cool because it's saving the double turbo on the Jynx. I'm 100% fine with this. So now we will be able to Defiance Band our Vivillon and do 80 damage, which will do 160 damage, which will allow us to Jynx. So this is cool. We just need to not lose the prize race. That's it. We just need to not lose the prize race. Sure. Okay. Got another Jynx. This comes down. What's the worst card in our hand? Is it Jynx? Or is it Ultra Ball? I'm gonna say Ultra Ball. I'm gonna say... Ooh, that's tough though. Well, okay, we could get a knockout on the active. Wait a second. We have the Defiance Band, so we're doing 140. If we attach to the active, that's a knockout. We have to keep... I think the worst card... Funny enough, I think the worst card in our hand is the Vivillon. And maybe it's the Ultra Ball. It's like Ultra Ball or Vivillon. If we commit the basic to the active, we are not going to be attacking with the rest of our Vivillon. We just don't have that power. So I think we do that. Iono, we don't want it. And yeah, we take the knockout. We go down to 2 prizes. I mean, this is very good. I think we have a real shot at this. We could Iono this turn. But what I like is that we have another basics grass if we do need to go Scatterbug. And yeah, we're hitting 280 here. This is like perfect math for us. Excellent. Really needed that. Now they come up with this Moltres. They come up with this Darkrai. That's an L. That's an L. If they attack with this Darkrai, that's an L. I am stunned. They need to attack with this. They're gonna Dark Pulse. Should we do it to him? Should we do it to him with Jynx? Or should we try to get the I guess we could flip for the Scatterbug, but this is just a win on its own, man. Oh, we could no. We just take the win. We just take the win. Psychic Assault. That's so insane. 2 games, 2 wins with this crazy common, uncommon deck. I really had low expectations heading into this video, to be completely honest with you. And this video far surpassed anything I could have ever hoped for. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to have your deck played on next week's video, just go down and drop the list or drop a comment with a deck idea in the comment section below. And if your comment gets the most likes, then I'll play it on next week's video. It's really that simple. So if you're not creative, you don't even have an idea, go like somebody else's. Why not? That's going to be all for me today, guys. God bless. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you later. And remember, good luck and also have fun.